Welcome to freshmind.com. My name is Eric and I'm going to show you how to constrain an axis while moving an object or component. Alright, I have a head here, and let's say that I want to move this head around, but I don't want it to move in the Y direction. We can constrain the Y by pressing and holding down the control button and then clicking on the Y handle. Now if you look at the center of our manipulator, you'll see a little yellow square that's lined up facing the Y direction. So now if I grab the center of our manipulator, I can move our head around, and if you look in the channel box, our translate Y value stays 0. It does not change. Same thing if I wanted to constrain it in the X direction. Press and hold down control button, click on the X handle, and now you can grab the center of our manipulator, move it around, and it will not change at all the X value. So if you look up here in the channel box, our translate X is not changing when we move it around. Same thing with Z. Control and then click on Z, and now we can grab the middle of our manipulator and we can move our head around, and it will change in the X and Y but not in the Z. Why is this useful? Let me show you a really quick way that it's useful. Let's say we've been working on his head and we didn't like his nose, so we wanted to go in here and tweak some. Okay, now to get your manipulator back to its default, just press and hold down the control button and then click the center of the manipulator handle, and that puts it back to default. Alright, let's say we wanted to tweak some vertices to reshape his nose a little bit. Now you definitely don't want, like if we were just working on half an object, a lot of times that's what you'll do. So let me just go in here to a side view and let me just kind of delete half of them. Alright, typically when you're working on a head, you'll work on half and then you'll duplicate it over. Alright, so if we're working on this, we can grab some of these vertices, but we don't want any of these vertices in the center. We don't want them crossing over like this or getting too far this way. We want it to stay lined up with our Z direction, or we want it to stay at 0. So in order to adjust these, you're going to have to use the X and the Y handles. Now an easy way to do this is just to press Control and then click on the Z handle. That constrains the Z direction. So now we can just grab the center of our manipulator and start moving it around, and no matter how we're moving, it will not go into the Z direction. So now we can just come in here and quickly reshape our nose the way we want it to be. And if I go back over here, it stays lined up. And again, to go back to default, press hold down Control and then click the center of your manipulator handle, and it goes back to default. So now if we were to move it like this, you can see it crosses over into the Z direction. That concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching.